Hello kids, welcome to this video. In today's video, we are going to see a poem from your English textbook from grade 3. The title of this poem is Travel Flowers. So without any delay, let us get into the poem. Yes, as the title says, Travel Flowers, we can understand that this poem is about travel and also about the flowers and the season in which they bloom. So the poet who wrote this poem is Marilyn Lott. So before moving on to know about the poet, Marilyn Lott the poet describes the beautiful flowers that she sees by the roadside when traveling by road. What the beautiful flowers which she sees. So when she travels, so she describes those beautiful flowers through her poem. The poem is a description of the joys of traveling and the spring season. So when you travel, you kind of get a joy, right? So the poet tries to describe that joy and also the spring season when you can see all the flowers blooming. So a short description about the poet. Marilyn Lott, she lives in Montana with her husband and she loves to travel and write about the beauty of nature in her country. She is also an avid photographer. So Marilyn Lott, the poet, she lives in Montana. She loves to travel. She loves to write about the beauty of nature when she travels, and also she is a photographer. So now let us get into the poem where she describes about the flowers which she sees while she travels during the spring season. So yes, as you can see, during spring you can see the flowers blooming. And why sunflower? Because a majority of this poem would be about sunflowers, but we have other flowers also. So let us see what all the beautiful flowers which the poet is trying to describe. Travel Flowers by Marilyn Lott. When you travel cross the country, so the poet starts with the first line. When you travel cross the country means when you travel from one place to another place, you see along the roadways. So here the poet talks about the road transport. When she is traveling through the roads. So what do you see along the road? Bright and cheerful flowers. So what do you see? You see bright and cheerful and fully bloomed flowers, especially in the warm spring and summer days. So when can you see these flowers? You can see them during warm spring and summer days. During the spring season and during the summer season, you can see these bright and cheerful flowers. I love the beautiful sunflowers. So now the poet goes on to explain that she loves the beautiful sunflowers. Bold yellow blooms you see. So how is she describing the sunflower? It is bold yellow in color, and the blooms, the flowers are bold yellow in color when you see them. Nodding in the gentle winds. So when there is a gentle wind happening, when there is a gentle wind flowing, what happens? These flowers, they nod. Nod means they move their head. So they nod when there is a gentle wind. Seem to say hello to me. So when these flowers, these beautiful sunflowers, when they nod their head in the gentle winds, what is the poet saying? She is saying that it seems they are saying hello to me. So she is saying when the flowers nod their head, they are saying hello to me. She is saying that they are saying hello to me. White flowers alongside a trail. So now she goes on to talk about another set of flowers which is white in color. They are alongside of a trail. You can see them. A trail is nothing but a path. So you can see them on a path, the long side. It's there for a very long side of the trail. You can see these white flowers. Roots go deep in red dirt. So now she's talking about how strong the plant is, the flower, the plant, how strong it is. The roots go deep in the red dirt. Red dirt is nothing but the soil. The soil there where she travels is red in color. So she goes on to say that the roots of those plants, the flower plants, They go deep inside the soil, that is the red dirt. Stand out just beautifully. So the roots are deep inside the soil, and where are the flowers? They stand out. They are on the ground just beautifully. They are above the ground just beautifully. So here the poet is trying to say that the flowers are in a long trail, they are in a long path. There, the roots are deep inside the soil, the red dirt, and what stands out? Stand out just beautifully. The flowers stand outside, they come out of the soil and they stand out beautifully as they crop up in little spurts. So how are they? They come out in little spurts. So that's how they come out of the soil. The plants, the small flowering plants, they come out of the soil as little spurts. Old barns off in the distance. So now when she's traveling along the roadway, she could see old barns off in a distance. In a faraway place, she could see the old barns. Barns are nothing but the large buildings used for storing grains. So these old barns are in a distance. In the midst of a field of dry grass. So where is this barn? It is in the middle of a field of dry grass. There is a lot of dry grass. There is a field of dry grass, and in the middle of that field, you can see this old barn are dotted with many flowers. So what does she see there? That particular barns near that place also, you can see lot of many flowers dotted meaning scattered. You can see lot of scattered. So here in the other places all the flowers were together in a together, but here they are scattered here and there. Oh, I enjoy them when I pass. So now the poet, after describing about the different flowers which she comes across, she says, I enjoy them. I like to see them. I enjoy watching them when I pass. When I go through that road, when I go through that way, I enjoy watching them. When springtime sets in and we have, so now when does these flowers bloom? Spring, right? Blossom, they will blossom through the during the springtime. When springtime sets in, so when the spring seasons come, and we have, what do we have? Warm and gentle spring showers. So during that springtime we have warm and gentle spring showers. So during that springtime when we have the warm and gentle spring showers, I love to start my trips to sea. So what she is saying, she likes to start her trip. So during that time, during that springtime, the poet likes to start her trips. For what? What is her trip about? Let us see that. She likes to start her trip during the warm and gentle spring showers. When you can see the warm and gentle spring showers, during that time the poet likes to start her trips. And why does she want to start her trip? What is she going to do? To see the delightful travel flowers. So she is going to start her trip to see the travel flowers, to see the delightful, happy, fully blossomed flowers which she can see on the way. So this is a very interesting poem about flowers, nature, spring season, how the different flowers blossom on the way when you travel through a road. So this gives you an idea about when you travel through a road during spring season, when the flowers are when the flowers blossom, how it looks, what is the scene there, how beautiful it is, and how you can enjoy nature. So children, with this we have come to the end of this poem. This is a very small poem, a very nice poem about explaining about the poet's description or the poet's experience about when she travels, what she does, and all those things. And children, from this what we can understand is, it's not only even when we get a chance to travel. Yes, during this pandemic we don't travel, but when things get better, when things become normal, when we get a chance to travel, we can also enjoy this nature, the beauty that we have around us, and have a wonderful life. So children, with this we have come to the end of this poem. I would like meet you all in the next video with another topic. Thank you.